John Vurpillat in Crown Point, Indiana. The first real estate transaction I did with Joe's methods was probably back in 2009. We did, and prior to that we'd done a lot of stuff in real estate and but we'd get like 95% of the way and never could finish it. We met with Joe, went through his methods, and were able to actually get them done. And we did start as the for rent method, but in talking with the people, we ended up acquiring a lot of the properties. We ended up either through subject twos or doing land contracts on some of the properties. So we were able to move very quickly from about 3 properties to about 12 to 14 within a few months. We had our first deal done within, I'd say 3-4 weeks. Well, again, we acquired the property on a subject to deal, so we've been making money every month on it. And again, we'll have the property down the road in the long run. So it's sort of hard to say what we're making on it, but we were making $300-400 a month net cash flow on that, on just the monthly. And eventually we'll have a property owned free and clear. No, it was very, very easy. It's just picking up the phone and getting those calls made. And as I've learned more, I can do better on not having to listen to the 20-25 minutes that the people want to tell me their life story, and get it down to where I can work on helping them. That's my biggest thing, is helping them, and it becomes much easier as you've done this a few times. In the first deal, I probably had 2 hours total time. And then by the time I wrapped it all up, had all the paperwork signed, everything, just because we spent a little extra time, I was probably 3. Best deal we've done so far, well, for me it's been, I've gotten some deals where I've just had to do property management. And I enjoy that part of it simply because I sort of in and out with the property. So I get to get in, get it rented, earn my rent every month, earn my fees every month, and somebody else is responsible for the mortgage and stuff like that. So those I enjoy, but probably the easiest one that we've done was just literally picked up the phone call, made the call on a for rent method. The person said they weren't interested. I talked to them a few times, and they said, well, really my issue is I've got a cousin living in there. I need to get my cousin out. And so we ended up working out a subject to deal on the property. That one took me less than an hour's worth of work, and we'll end up probably making $120,000 when it's all said and done. So, somewhat, and then that's what I'm always learning more and more about, is ways to automate. We use List Builder. I'll send out those emails, things. We're just getting into using Elance and some of the other things that Joe's showing us. And that's what I'm really looking forward to learning more about, is how to get this system more automated. We're fortunate we've got sort of several pillars in our business, so I have different methods to bring in cash flow for us, and this is just one that I'm hoping I can sort of set up, get it running on its own, and still doing the other things I want, yet have an opportunity to generate cash flow. I definitely want to outsource some of the tasks. I want to make it where literally it's just another stream of income that I can earn with very little work on my part. Real estate investor, I want to get down to working about 10 to 15 hours a week, and then spend the rest of the time on the boat, vacationing, or other things like that. The goal is to minimize the number of hours I have to work. I'm actually through the internet, and it was actually through his newsletter was the first thing I did, and I got looking at it. And one of the things that I liked is I'm from Indiana, Joe was from Indiana. The biggest thing is when we put in some inquiries to it, it was actually Joe that called us back. So many of the programs we've been involved with before, I'd go to a class, I'd learn something from someone, but I could never call that person. I could call a 800 number and just talk to whoever was there. But it's not the same person that taught you the class, and we were basically told we couldn't contact them. And I didn't like that, because I thought, well, they don't invested in this now. Where with Joe, you talk to Joe, and you get to meet with him, and it's his ideas, and he's willing to partner with you, willing to work with you, and willing to do what you need to do to get your business going. Yeah, Joe's method takes you from start to finish, where so many of them stop short of that. They give you the ideas and they say, oh, this is all you have to do, the same thing, and make one phone call and you'll have 100 people wanting to do business with you. And it didn't work that way. They couldn't answer the questions. Joe, you go through the scripts, you do the different things. He teaches you how it's okay to get no's, and it's okay to get yeses, and how to handle them and what to do with them to make it work. And he works through it. And if it doesn't work, you pick up the phone, you call him, and he'll work with you on what's not working. He doesn't just say, well, gee, did you follow did you follow the script I gave you? Yes, I did. Well, here's, this is an objection I got. I didn't know how to handle it. Well, here's how you can handle it. And it's him that you get to talk to. It's not somebody else. Automate. That's our big goal for this year, is to get as much of this automated as we can. and then be able to do some of the other stuff we like to do in real estate. We're doing some stuff with REOs, real estate owned properties, doing some property management. I know Joe's not big on property management, but it's a part that I like to do and for other people. And some business consulting, we're doing some variety of things. So the real estate's allowing us to do other things we want to do in our business and in our life. And then we can do some of the other things we want to do. We want to do some things in our church and some other things like that. And that just makes it nice to be able to do those things and have the time. And the biggest thing I love is I love being self-employed. I love not having to work for somebody else. I can set my own hours. I can come and go as I please. I don't want to go to the office one day. I don't have to. Get involved with Joe Crump. That would be the biggest advantage I think anyone could have. And do what he says. The thing I like is when you come to one of his classes or one of his training sessions, the people that are there have done it and are doing it. He shows you how to do it. He makes you do it while you're in the class so you get better at it, but he's right there to help you. And the biggest thing is just do what he says. Don't try to change it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. What he's given you works, and just follow his methods, and it really works to stay with it. But you need to get involved in either his push button method, his mentor methods. You need to get involved with him and then start the for rent method. The for rent method is the easiest method. There's no cash out. It's all money coming in. You just have to be willing to pick up the phone and talk to people. As long as you can do that, you can make money in this business. It's very scary. It's very hard to talk to people on the phone because you're worried about the no, but the no is not an issue. I know it takes a certain number of no's before I get to a yes, so a no is just one step closer for me. And I know I can help them. They have to realize that I can help them. And once they do, then we'll do business. We've had numerous times where we've had people we've talked to, 6 months later they'll call us up and want to then do a deal. So, you know, because we were honest with them, we didn't shut them down, we didn't make them feel stupid or anything. We tried to work with them, and it just comes about the right way for you. So it just is a way to, it's a way to make money, and it's a way to help people at the same time, so you can do both. No, it's just, this is a lot of fun to do. If you're looking at getting into it, Joe's the guy to be with. There's a lot of other groups out there, a lot of other companies out there that do real estate investing, but you will not have the hands-on experience and the ability to actually do it and make money that you have with Joe. With Joe, he's the real thing. And know him personally, have referred insurance people to him, have referred other people to him, and I just have a lot of confidence in Joe and what he teaches me. The biggest thing is he gave me the confidence to do what's easy to do. It doesn't take a genius to do this. It just takes somebody that's got a little bit of time and a little bit of energy, and you can get this done and make some money.